Hello, YouTubers, and welcome back to another episode of the Grandstand here on the Ohio Patriots Creation Network YouTube channel. I'm, as always, your host, Air the Ohio Patriot. And for today's episode, we're going to talk about the citizens, not politicians, being a giant fucking scam in the state of Ohio, and how it is nothing more than a giant out-of-state, out-of-country, billionaire-funded bunch of bullshit leftists who are literally trying to gerrymander my state right now, and they can go fuck themselves. And if this shit gets on the ballot and somehow manages to pass in November, I will personally bring a fucking $1 billion lawsuit against these fucking cocksuckers, dude, because I will never, ever, 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 ever let this bullshit become law in the state of Ohio. So this is what I'm talking about. Basically, you have this group calling itself Citizens Not Politicians, who are made up of Maureen O'Connor, who is a stupid fucking cunt rhino, ex-Supreme Court justice here in Ohio. She's a complete fucking criminal. She should already be in Ohio prison right now for the shit she's pulled in this state multiple times over, including trying to deem maps unconstitutional that were totally fucking constitutional, based on people's voting records and stuff like that in the state of Ohio. And then on top of that, you have another woman who was appointed by, I believe it was Bob Taft back in the day, who was a Democrat who never actually won an election. She was an appointee to the state Supreme Court. She is a leftist lady. She 100% is also with Maureen O'Connor there, and they're claiming it's a bipartisan group that's behind this bullshit, which is not. It's totally leftist group at this point, dude. So their entire thing is, right now in the state of Ohio, what it is you have, it's the current governor, whether that be DeWine or whoever else is the governor at the time. It's the governor of the state. I believe it is the secretary of the state. And then it's a couple Democrats and a couple Republicans from the General Assembly. It's like a 7 to 8 person commission, give or take there, that makes up our different congressional maps every couple of years. And they're the ones that came up with the maps for 2022, et cetera. Here's what it is. And now you have this group coming out of nowhere, calling themselves Citizens Not Politicians, which in reality they're just pedophiles for Obama is what I'm going to call them at this point, because that's what they fucking are. Everything we found today is what it is now. These assholes have direct ties to the 1630 Project, which is Obama's buddies group. There's what it is. And it's them people funding the fucking organization there to the tune of $6 million today alone is what it is now, which, by the way, happened on the same exact day that Ohio General Assembly came back into session to try to ban foreign money in the state of Ohio. Which, again, while you're doing that, people, also, I don't know, ban Michael Bloomberg's pedophile ass from fucking putting any damn dollars into our state either, for that matter. Not only ban foreign money, dude, ban out-of-state money in state races entirely. How fucking hard is that? Seriously. Like, how is that country, dude? I talked about it in the last Aftermath, honestly, earlier today. It's like, why are we allowing this shit to go on constantly when these people are doing but bribing a bunch of fucking candidates who otherwise wouldn't be on the ballot because they're a bunch of anti-gun fucksticks who have no business even being on the ballot because they're complete and total oath-breaking pieces of shit, dude, who are attacking the Second Amendment. Not as if, in the last 24 hours, that fucking assless, who I directly called an X about an hour ago and told him to fucking resign, or I'm going to directly get his ass fucking fired at this point, dude, for Article 1, Section 2 of the Ohio Constitution, what would be then, which would basically be us just removing him from office at that point then, as a recall voting thing is what it is. And he's going to take the other fucking 10 Democrats with his ass on that one, too, because now they're trying to, again, ban trigger devices on guns. Y'all are fucking retarded, old man. Like, seriously. Y'all are one of the biggest fucking retards ever, Cecil Thomas. First of all, your bitch ass shouldn't even be in the General Assembly right now, dude, because you literally were Senate 2 fucking years ago, asshole, and you completely broke term limits to then jump to the fucking state house so you can keep fucking taking power so you can go fucking suck Bloomberg's dick for some more fucking cunt. I seriously want to fight this dude, man. I mean that seriously. I want to fight this fucking guy for his goddamn seat at this point. If I beat his ass in a fucking fight, I take that fucking General Assembly seat, dude, then. And be done with it entirely. But of course, he never actually agreed to that shit because I mean his ass acting to fight me is what it is then. So. And that's the problem with these scumbag ass politicians. That's why we need to have the ability to fight these people, by the way. Or if nothing else, just remove them from power completely. They're all meant disqualifications to receive power in this country. Which would also work too, because again, when you're pushing anti-gun bullshit, your ass needs to go, dude. Period. In the story. It's not as if Cecil Thomas isn't a scumbag fucking cop sack of shit from Cleveland back in the day. And I guarantee if you looked hard enough into that dude's past, you'd probably find a whole bunch of wrongful convicted people under his police work at that point. So, yeah, maybe, I don't know, Frank Larose, Dave Yost, etc. Maybe, I don't know, investigate Cecil Thomas for corruption and, I don't know, falsifying reports and stuff like that when he was a cop. Because I guarantee you'd find a fuck ton of people that would come out and be like, yeah, this dude legitimately put me in prison for X amount of years of my life, Kamala Harris style. So, I would just bunch of people wrongfully convicted in the state right now that were directly arrested by Cecil Thomas's ass when he was the police chief at that point. So, but anyway, and of course, Cecil will never actually, admit what the real problem in this state is, which is the black youth of this country and the state specifically. These fucking young teen gangbangers going around here who are going to all these festivals and fairs and shit like that with fucking 33 round Glock, 33 round mags and their Glocks and stuff like that when they're legally possessed at fucking 14, 15 years old, etc. there, if not like 10 to 13 years old for that matter. Because a lot of these young ass gangbangers, it's like 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, etc. all somehow in possession of a firearm. Which, by the way, is already illegal, people. Again, if you actually had the cops enforce current gun laws in the state of Ohio, these little sacks of shit wouldn't be on the fucking streets anymore, dude, to do anything. But no, you want to sit there and push a bunch of bullshit that does nothing to do anything, dude. Like, seriously, the legislation they're trying to push now, let's see if I can find it here real quick, actually, here. Because it popped up today is what it was. I think it was from yesterday. They were pushing this shit. Sorry, it was 2 days ago, actually. Yeah, it is House Bill 644, and then Senate Bill 307 is the other version of it then. It was yesterday is what it is. All 7 Democrats in the state Senate, or all not 2 for that matter. And what it says here is regards items that accelerate a firearm's rate of fire. And then we're going to go ahead and pull this up, actually. I'll discuss it right now. Is what it is. Yeah, it is. To amend revised code to prohibit certain conduct regarding trigger cranks, bump fire devices, aka bump stocks, which that's why I call this bitch ass out on that one. I'm like, bump stocks are legal, you dumb fuck. The Supreme Court ruled that already, you idiot. And other items that can accelerate a semi-automatic firearm's rate of fire, but do not convert it into an automatic firearm. By the way, dipshit, we can actually own automatic firearms in this country, guy. You just have to go through some BS tax stamp thing is what it is, you idiot. Which, by the way, itself is unconstitutional. So is the rest of the NFA for that matter for the last 90 fucking years now. So, yeah, you're just a fucking idiot, Cecil Thomas. And so are the rest of the fucking retarded Democrats who are on this shit. And every single one of these assholes need to be in prison right now for deprivation of rights of law in the state of Ohio. And that includes not only Cecil Thomas as the primary sponsor, but Michelle Grimm's bitch ass, Rachel Baker's bitch ass, who, by the way, Michelle Grimm and Rachel Baker are both, shocker, Michael Bloomberg-funded candidates into the General Assembly. I believe so is Sean Brennan. And, of course, you got Richard Dick Brown, who we know for a fact fucking cheated in the last election cycle. And if we actually did election audits in this state, you would easily have him in prison right now for voter fraud. And, of course, you got Cedric Denson, who I'm pretty sure was the dumb motherfucker who was driving drunk in this state, yet somehow is still in the General Assembly after being caught multiple times driving drunk and getting DUIs. And, of course, you got stupid bitch Beth Liston, Lauren McNally, who I'm pretty sure is another Bloomberg puppet, Phil Robinson, Veronica Sims, who was some appointee bitch who got in there because somebody else left, and then that idiot Daniel Troy is the other idiot here in this one. I'm actually shocked Casey Weinstein's not on this list, honestly, dude. Or Alison Russo. But maybe it's because they're on everything else what it is then. So. But yeah, it's a bunch of oath-breaking assholes, dude. They only need to be fucking fired on the spot right now is what it is, dude. For deprivation of law is what it is. So. But anyway. To go back to that Citizens Not Politicians group, though. So you had this piece of thing come out today, which was as of about 3 hours ago, give or take. It was from a group called Americans for Public Trust. This is breaking same day a special session. Okay, so that's what it was. So it was today was a special session then. After the Ohio General Assembly was called to pass a ban on foreign money in Ohio ballot issues, 1630 Fund, which is backed by foreign cash, rushed to dump $6 million to an Ohio ballot issue committee, a move that is the exact law was designed to stop. And you got 1630 Fund right there, Washington, D.C., $6 million to Citizens Not Politicians, which is the group behind the fucking bullshit gerrymandering laws, what it is there. And it's nothing more than them trying to gerrymander Ohio blue, dude, because this is a fucking red state at this point. And like I said, if these people were really so-called nonpartisan and stuff like that, number one, they wouldn't have foreign cash backing them. That's the first thing. Number two on that list, you would actually have something like I talked about many times before, and I'll talk about again right now, which is we need to have one county, one rep laws on the books right now, dude. There is zero reason to have 99 jackasses in the Ohio State House right now when we only have 88 counties. You get rid of 11 fucking idiots right off the top, and you simply have each county, doesn't matter how many people are in it, doesn't matter if it's 2 million here, doesn't matter if it's, 100,000 there, doesn't matter if it's 25,000 in some other county over here now. Each county gets a single representative in it. No more, no less. End of fucking story. At the same time, we then look at the state senate, which currently has 33 idiots in it, that could easily be down to 22, because at that point then, you would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, all the way up to 88 is what it is there. And each one of those 4 counties is represented by one of these state senators then. Again, doesn't matter how many people represent or not, dude. You can figure out some way to probably do it to where it would be, okay, they represent here, 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 and here is what it is, and it's like kind of a decent amount or whatever then. Again, doesn't matter if it's 100,000, doesn't matter if it's 10 million. Which there's not that many people, obviously, in Ohio. There's only, I want to say we're just under 12 million right now, at least according to what the census says from 2020, which that could be totally off the books right now, considering you have, like 40,000 Haitians illegal living in the state of Ohio right now, dude. They're being booted out of this fucking state currently because they're a bunch of fucking illegal foreigners is what it is. Not to mention the fact that you have a woman now coming out in Houston, Texas, talking about how there is a giant AIDS epidemic going on in Houston, Texas now. And I was thinking about that, right? Like, because people were like, oh, people just not, wearing condoms anymore, whatever the case be. And I was thinking about that, and I'm like, is that what it is? Or is it the fact you've had 3.5 years of Democrat rule of an open border system, and you have people literally being flown from African countries, that are known to be rape gangs over there that have AIDS spread like fucking wildfire over there, too, for that matter, and are simply being, moved over towards the southern border into Mexico or some, adjacent country like Nicaragua or whatever the case be is there. And then they simply get bust up by Soros is what it is then, or his NGOs or some other NGO for that matter relating to the U.S. government then, and into our country. And so, yeah, I could totally see why there's an epidemic in some major city in Texas there, dude, because it's probably the same fucking people from Africa that tend to rape kids on a regular basis, thinking that somehow them having AIDS and raping a young virgin girl is somehow going to magically get rid of their AIDS and not just simply give this child AIDS. Like, that's the kind of fucking retarded logic these people think about, dude. Like, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, it's so fucking dumb, is what it is. But that's how these people, that's how their mind operates, bro. In these fucking third world, fourth world hellholes like that. Is they think that magically if you molest a fucking child, that somehow spreading your AIDS to them is not going to be that, but it's going to be somehow magically God himself is going to come down and like be like, nope, you don't have AIDS anymore, bro. Like, no, you're just going to spread it to kids at that point. And it's why you have all these underage girls over there in those countries that are all AIDS positive is what it is, dude. It's also why you have people now creating things like the rape acts. Those know what that is. It's basically this weird condom thing that has a bunch of like razor blades in it to where if the dude like shoves his dick inside, it simply gets caught in that, and then he pulls out, and the whole fucking thing pulls out with him and stuff like that. If he tries to pull it off, it just digs deeper into his dick is what it is then. And it can only be removed by a surgeon then. Now, granted, that's all well and great if it's going to be like, 1-for-1, but usually, again, these guys are, 4 or 5 of them at that point, or if not more, against one lone, kid or teenager or whatever it is over there. So, yeah, it's like, yeah, it's going to work on the first guy, and then you're fucked with the other ones, is what it is then. So, again, a real axe would be better than a rape axe, dude. Or really just a gun and some bullets, honestly, would be workable, too, for that matter, against these child rapists. Anyway, but, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So Citizens Not Politicians is a scumbag-ass group here in Ohio. They are 100% Bloomberg, or not Bloomberg, they're 100% Obama's buddy funded, because the people that are behind 1630 is actually a guy that's Obama's best friend, basically. This dude that's been running that thing for like 12 years now, and it's his fund there for the 1630 project. That is obviously foreign money that's being funneled into this bullshit piece of legislation. And again, like that alone, calling out you, Frank Larose, Secretary of State, should be an immediate removal from the ballot at this point, dude. Like, kick it off the ballot entirely. Be like, no, sorry, this is being funded by foreign money. Your signatures are bullshit here, dude, because you're obviously paying people off to get fucking signatures at this point. Go eat a dick. Because I guarantee that's what it is, dude. You cannot sit there and tell me that when you're piping $6 million into something, whether it be for ad buys or something else for that matter, dude, that there's not going to be at least some of that money going to literally hand people money to put their signature on a fucking ballot, or to actually hand out to people that would be like so-called volunteers and stuff like that, to then go do ballot harvesting, which, by the way, is also illegal in the state of Ohio. It's not as if they're not committing voter fraud like fucking crazy here anyway, dude. I mean, hell, I saw one of it earlier, actually. I believe it was in Georgia, actually, and it was them talking about how you had what was it now? Shit. It was like half of an apartment complex that's been found out now, who is all illegal aliens in this country who are registered to vote. There's what it is, dude. It's like 10, 12 people in that apartment complex. One half of it that have already been talked to and stuff like that on camera, who admitted to legal voter fraud, is what it is there. So, I gotta say, man, I did not realize that Brian Stewart had a really hot wife. He's one of the state reps here, obviously. That dude right there, the bald guy. His wife is smoking hot, dude. Damn. Oof. Anyway, this is what he said about the money there. He said, issue 1, which is what they're calling this horseshit. So this is not politicians, ballot initiative. Here's what it is nothing more than a power grab by radical left and their foreign billionaire donors. The fact that they quickly dumped $6 million more into the coffers once the legislature moved to ban foreign money tells you everything you need to know about who is funding this. And like I said, this is exactly what isn't even on the ballot at all, dude. Yeah, and then you got fucking retards in the comment section of this saying to Brian Stewart, be like, oh, you're going to lose, bro. Districts will be fair and you'll lose. No, it'll be gerrymandered left, dude. That's the entire point. So... Anyway. Yeah, I'm making a pledge right now, dude. If this fucking bullshit even tries to go through, like, I will fucking sue this state, dude. I will sue this state. I will sue these assholes behind citizens, not politicians. I will sue all these fucking cocksuckers, dude. I will never let this shit go through. Not in my goddamn lifetime. I will never let the fucking left steal my fucking state so they can push their goddamn anti-gun bullshit and have the fucking power to push crap through, dude. That's unconstitutional as fuck. It will come as George Lang said about a week and a half ago. It'll be civil war, motherfuckers. And it will be blood in the goddamn streets at that point. Straight the fuck up. So fuck around and find out, Democrats. But it won't have to come to that because I'll simply sue the shit out of every single one of you fucking assholes, dude. And again, it shouldn't even have to come to that because it should be Frank Larose doing his fucking job as Secretary of State right now and simply removing this short shit from the fucking ballot entirely based on the fact that it is obviously a foreign election interference by foreign mega donors who don't even live in this fucking country funding this bullshit, dude. Because shocker, it's the Soroses of the world, it's the Bloombergs of the world, it's the fucking Bilderberg groups, it's the World Economic Forums of the fucking world, it is the Agenda 2030 asshole, giant fucking pedophile gangs of elitist billionaires out there who are trying to fuck with our rights, who are trying to fuck with our lives, who are trying to fuck with our Constitution, and are trying to fuck with our guns. And I will be goddamned if I let that shit ever fucking fly in my state, dude. No. Ohio has been a fucking red state for 12 fucking years now, and if people got a fucking problem with that, then here's a wild fucking idea, people. You want so-called free and fair elections? Then back one county, one rep, or shut the fuck up! Seriously. Because that's the big difference. One county, one rep, doing away with the bullshit two-party primary system we have right now, thanks to asshole John Kasich, one of the biggest scumbag rhinos ever in the state. If we actually did away with that crap, dude, and we actually had legit fair elections, dude, it would prove once and for all. No, we're not really a complete red state. We're not really a blue state, for that matter. We are mostly an independent state. You would have some Republicans. You would have very few Democrats in power at that point. Probably about half a dozen or so, give or take, because the major cities in the state. And then the other, 60-something people would all be various other parties. They would be constitutionalists. They would be Green Party people. They would be independent people. They would be Democrat socialists, et cetera, dude. And that's the entire point. You'd actually have a legit makeup of what really makes up this state then. But no, people don't want to do that. Because it would actually mean having the truth be set right in front of their faces, which is that we don't need 99 people in our fucking state house right now, dude. We don't need 132 idiots in power right now. And we sure as shit don't need 133 plus at that point. What we need is to have a small government that is for the people, by the people, who represent the people and represent a constitutional republic that they're swearing oath to uphold at that point, which, by the way, when you become a state rep or a state senator in the state of Ohio, or a governor, or secretary of state, or AG, or whatever the case be, you are not only swearing an oath to the U.S. Constitution, you're swearing an oath to the state of Ohio Constitution, which includes, but not limited to, Article 1, Section 4, to protect the right to keep and bear arms. So yes, people like Cecil Thomas, people like Allison Russo, people like Cedric Denson, all these fucking Democrats that are pushing anti-gun bullshit, they are doubly oath-breaking because they're breaking their oath to the U.S. Constitution and they're breaking their oath to the Ohio State Constitution. And they need to be kicked the fuck out of office on the spot based on that alone. And this is why I have such a fucking problem with these damn Democrats, dude, because we are not a fucking pro-abortion state. What we are is a bunch of fucking leftist cocksuckers who hate themselves and hate their fucking families and hate everything about them, about their own bullshit is what it is there, dude. And so you had a bunch of fucking first-time 17, 18-year-old indoctrinated dipshits going out there in major cities being like, oh, I should totally have the right to choose to kill fucking 14 kids in my womb in the future. Let me vote yes on this bullshit now. That's what issue 1 was last year, by the way, which they could only get passed in an off-year election cycle after they stopped Ohio from becoming the 43rd state that would actually have a 60% threshold or higher. Because, by the way, shocker, they never got over 53% of the fucking vote on that thing, dude. They tried to claim they had like 57% or almost 60% to begin with is what it was there, dude. But again, that was early voting bullshit where it was totally skewed numbers out of like 100,000 people or something like that. That's what it was there, dude. And when you finally had like several million coming to the ballot ranks at that point, it kept going down and down and down and down and down. And the only reason it even passed is because a bunch of old folks that live in this state have either died or didn't bother getting out to actually vote against it. And it's the only reason why it passed by literally like a couple 100,000 people's orders then. So, yeah. And a lot of those people shouldn't even have voting rights at all in this country, ever. And it's as simple as that, really. So, anyway. Yeah, I'm pretty goddamn fed up with all of it, dude. So, what the fuck is Harris' fault? Oh, okay, it's NBC. Oh, yeah, you got hose for Harris now trending on X right now. That's pretty funny. That goes back to that idiot Megan Thee Stallion, which, by the way, approved last night that obviously people were there just for her free concert because Kamala started giving her dumbass speech, and about 5 to 10 minutes into the speech, people started walking out of the fucking arena. So it's like, yeah, shock when you give people free stuff. Yeah, they're just going to be there for the free stuff is what it is then. So, yeah, you got the hose for, or actually, I should probably not show that live because it could be a bunch of random stuff here. Okay, let's see what this says here. Okay, at least look at the top thing here. It said, so many Democrat voting women, often married, think Trump is untrustworthy because they believe he slept with side chicks. So now they're going to demonstrate how much they hate Trump by voting for an actual side chick, Kamala Harris. It's honestly amazing, said Danica Patrick. Yep, very true, man. Yeah, Kamala Harris was the side chick from Montel Williams back in the day. So, yeah, and then you got this fucking ghetto trash from last night at the Kamala's little fucking ATL bullshit with Megan Thee Stallion, which, by the way, I guess there's evidence that this chick is actually trans and was born a dude named Joshua something or other. So, I had to look it up last night. I don't know if it's actually true or not. I'm just saying, like, things I've seen and heard. So, yeah, here's the thing I was talking about last night with Sabina Hernandez talking about it right here. So after people were people at Kamala's rally for her and Megan Thee Stallion concert, after people started leaving 10 minutes into Kamala's speech, I would say there's more validity to the rumors that people were actually mainly there for celebrity appearances. Oh, 100%, dude. That's exactly what it is. No, they don't give a shit about Kamala, dude. They wanted a fucking free show is what it is. And they got their free show. So, oh my god, bro. So this will be fucking scary. I don't know where this is supposed to be located at. I think this is some years ago this happened, actually. So this dude was out in a tent sleeping. Heard some stuff outside rustling around or whatever the case. He opens up the tent, and what does he see? A whole fuck ton of alligators. Yeah, fuck that shit, bro. That's when you grab the gun and just start firing. Yeah, fuck that, man. Hell nah, bitch. Hell no. Oh, people are talking about people swimming in the French canals, and they're all getting sick now. Not surprising at all, dude. Oh yeah, here's a good one. Into Kamala's ass again. Yeah, good old Kamala says she supports illegal aliens getting free health care. By the way, she also is trying to make U.S. taxpayers now pay for trans surgeries of dudes in women's prisons. Make that make sense. You got a bunch of male rapists in prison for raping women who claim to be transgender, and you're now forcing American taxpayers to pay their fucking bullshit, dude. Fuck that. You got this chick saying Kamala rally yesterday was so embarrassing, I am laughing from keeping from crying. Yeah, that's pretty pathetic, dude, in general. I'll tell you what, dude, like, I was listening to Kamala's voice for like a couple minutes during the one speech she was giving last night, and oh my god, man, like, I seriously wanted to self-harm. I'm not even gonna lie, like, I was like, please, turn it off, I'm gonna start ripping up my fucking ears, literally, because it was like, it's something, like, I don't know what her, it's like something weird with the tone of her voice, like, it just, like, it's like makes your ears bleed, literally, dude. So, anyway. Let's see what this lady's saying here. So I will say this, dude. I think this woman knows exactly where every dude's looking, including myself, which is right at them big old titties. So, yeah, this is Kamala Harris. Atlanta rally with Megan Thee Stallion is getting backlash. This is what this lady was saying about it. Oh, sorry. It's a little bit low. So it turns up a little bit louder.
I keep seeing the videos down on TikTok from that concert, and I'm still scratching my head.
And she was really
Are we
low.
living in the twilight zone or what? Having Megan Thee Stallion twerk is not going to fix our economy.
Nope.
It's not going to stop illegal immigrants from flooding this country. But
Damn
now
right, lady.
Kamala is promising to fix the border that she has never even been. She's in the White House right now.
Mm-hmm.
So if she wanted to do something about
Yep.
the border, she could.
Yeah.
She's in a position to do so.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if y'all are taking suggestions that I have. Why don't y'all go down to the border, put a concert on down there, maybe then you can raise enough money to fix your country. This is literally the worst border crisis in the country. Last thing I want to say is this. Please do not allow yourself to be influenced by gender, skin color, party, or ideology. Pick the candidate that you believe will move you forward and put your country on track. That's what I think.
Well said, madam. Yeah, let's see. What did she say here? Yeah, she said, please not let celebrities be influenced by gender, skin color, party, or ideology. Pick the candidate which you believe will best move forward and put your country back on track because, from my vantage point, it's complete and utter shit show. Well said, lady. Well said. Yeah, that's what this person said. So she stopped Trump from doing something to protect the border. Yeah, cunt Mala, and piece of shit Mendez. Which, by the way, pretty sure Bob Mendez is now in prison for literally accepting bribes from other countries. Yeah, so we urge committee additionally to reject President Trump's proposal for funding to hire new Border Patrol personnel at this time. Pretty disgusting, dude, what it is. I really hate Kamala, dude, so much. And then you got fucking society just gaslighting like a motherfucker, being like, Kamala was never border czar. It's like, yes, she was, you fucking lying pieces of shit. She was border czar the entire fucking time, douchebags. So. Oh God. Ugh. I don't know if y'all remember this one. I'm going to show this for a second because I can't deal with either one of these hoes. In her own fucking words, Kamala's Indian, you know, like from India. And who was she with at that time? That ugly cunt Mindy Kaling. I hate that woman so much too, dude. Like, I don't know who I hate worse in this situation, Kamala or Mindy Kaling, dude. Because they are both super fucking annoying. They are both like the worst people on earth, literally. And yeah, Kaling is just like, ugh. Like first off, she's not funny at all. Like, I guarantee she just blew dudes for fucking fame constantly, is what it is, dude. Just the same way Kamala did. So, anyway. Let's see what this one is right here. I think this is from a Trump rally here going on today. Current situation at the Farm Show Complex and Expo Center in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, which is filled with thousands of supporters filling up the Expo Center waiting for President Trump to arrive. Yeah, okay. Less than an hour away, and that was 2 hours ago. This is from. Yeah, see, that's what we're talking about. That's where mega country is right there, people. Is Americans just being fucking over it, dude. And that's the thing, right? Like, this is what I understand about anybody in our society right now, dude. Like, how retarded do you have to be to look and see what has happened over the past 4 years of the Democrat Party in our country and still vote Democrat? And still vote for issues where Democrats are going to have power. Which goes back to the citizens, not politicians group, dude. Like, they're not citizens. They are literally politicians by definition, dude. Maureen O'Connor was Ohio State Supreme Court Justice. The other woman was a Bob Taft appointee to the Ohio State Supreme Court. Those are the two people leading this fucking group. They are literally ex-politicians leading a group called Citizens Not Politicians, which is funded in 30 Fund, which is a group that has direct ties to Obama's pedophile ass. Like, seriously, people, wake the fuck up. Huh. This one's pretty interesting. Was Deep State caught? Luke Robinson, aka hashtag Ginger Gun, was the only protester filmed with a gun on January 6th. FBI later removed him from their most wanted list. New photo shows him wearing an earpiece on January 6th. And I guarantee you it's this fucking piece of shit right here and his other Fed boy assholes are the ones that make a Patriot Front right now, dude. Like, that's who it is, dude. It's these fucking young Fed guys, or it's these young federal informant dudes, is what it is there, that are either trainees for the federal government, like specifically the FBI, etc. there, or it is dudes like myself who, you know, got caught up in some shit years ago, and then they tried to basically fuck us over and take our freedoms away at that point, and then they were gonna, I guarantee you, didn't get fucked over like that, dude. But yeah, I guarantee if I had been fucked over, they would have said the same shit to me. They'd be like, "Hey, Adam, you know, we can cut you this deal right now, or you can just become our informant and go march with these other guys over here for the next couple of years of your life, or you can go to federal prison." And thank God they couldn't actually get anything to stick on me as it is, dude. So yeah, you know what I told them to do? I told them to eat shit and get the fuck on my property back in 2019 then. So this is a good one. I gotta talk about this one momentarily because this goes back to the whole transgender shit in sports and whatnot. Me and the boys betting our life savings on the man playing in women's sports. Yeah, it's just rolling in the cash at that point. Dude, I saw a video the other day of rapper Rick Ross. This motherfucker has a wall in his house in some room that's just stacked full of cash, dude. And we're talking about like $10,000 bundles of cash just sitting in there, and it's just like it's little bank bags that just have like 5, 6, 7 of those fucking things in it. What it is there, and it's like, Jesus Christ, buddy, like, must be nice. By the way, those don't know, that piece of shit, Rick Ross, actually stole his name from the real Rick Ross, aka Freeway Rick Ross, who was the dude who actually was a drug kingpin for the Clintons, etc., back in the 90s and late 80s and stuff like that, and had then gone to jail because he refused to turn state's evidence under the people's what it is or whatever. And they basically made him the fall guy, is what it is there. And you had this fucking fat piece of shit CEO at the time, correctional officer, who nobody actually knows what that guy's real name was, but that's the asshole that then became rapper Rick Ross after the fact when he stole this dude's identity, is what it is then. And then, of course, Freer Rick Ross got out later on and was talking to Alex Jones about the whole thing, is what it is there. So, Jesus Christ, dude. I don't know if you guys remember this story or not, but it's a terrible story. Wyoming teen killed protecting girlfriend was held down by one attacker while the second hacked him to death. By the way, it was a black and white hate crime. Nobody will talk about that one, though. That's why I will. Because it always is, dude. It's always fucking black and white hate in this country. Apparently, Turkey sent a 51-year-old dude with no specialized lenses, eye cover, or ear protection to go shoot in the Olympics there for pistol. And they took silver. That's fucked up. So it's basically some random dude from Turkey taking silver. I mean, it makes sense, right? I mean, legitimately, Turkey is where a lot of the terrorist guns come from, bro. So the guy's probably got first-hand knowledge of how to shoot, is my guess. But anyway. I think that's about where we're going to be at for today, is what it is. I got some stuff I got to do here in a few minutes, and we are pretty close to reset, and we will be having our all of our stuff come out then here in a few minutes for what we'll be getting for the current season of the game I play, which hopefully I'll be able to take 500 on my account still, because we were at 459 in the last one. I don't think anything's changed in the last hour or so. But actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to leave off with something cute. Which is basically this little video right here of toddlers reacting to being able to see clearly for the first time when they have glasses put on their heads and over their eyes. So you got this little girl right here having her little bendy glasses put on. And then being like, yeah, I get to see mommy for the first time. That's cute. So you got that little dude. You're like, no, I don't want these glasses on me. And you're like, no, buddy. Look at us. Oh, yep. He knows it's up now. He's like, oh, shit. Is that what those people look like? It's cute. Let's see, we got a third little one here. He's just like, whoa, man. That's cute, man. That's the thing, right? You know, you got sometimes you just gotta sit back and chill out, relax, and have a good smile or two. Because otherwise you just go nuts, dude. And that's the thing, right? Like, people will sit there and they will push insanity and psychoticness and everything else like that. And it'll just make you go nuts eventually, dude. But the whole thing of the fact of the matter is, you know, sometimes you just need to chill out and realize that, hey, it's time to invest in the future of this country. And that's exactly what I'm trying to do, dude. I'm trying to invest in the future of this nation, trying to create a better country for the generations after me, not the fucking bunch of idiots right now who are in power that shouldn't be, not the fucking idiots who are pushing a bunch of bullshit, a bunch of retarded horse shit in general. I'm talking about the future generations, you know, my niece's generation, my nephew's generation, my kids' generation, etc., etc., etc. Because that's what we should all be asking ourselves, dude. Like, who can we make things better for? And if you're not invested by having kids, by having, you know, nieces and nephews, etc., say in this country anymore, dude. And that's exactly what JD Vance was saying recently with that crazy cat lady things with this dude. It wasn't so much that it was a bunch of child with this dude. It's the fact you have these women who are choosing not to be invested in this nation, not to continue on with having children in this country. Instead, they'll have 5, 6, 7, 10, 20 abortions, whatever it is there, dude. Something psychotic like that. You know, it's like that one girl we talked about a while back now, where she was bitching about having like 57 abortions or something like that is what it was. Which pretty sure was physically impossible, but you could just see like the lunacy in her eyes, dude. And that's what I'm saying. Like, these people, you know, 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago would have been locked up in an insane asylum where they belong, dude. But instead, nope, now they're just let out free to have fucking voting rights and, you know, vote through bullshit amendments to allow kids to be murdered in the womb and have generational genocide continue on again and again and again. And I am not going to have it anymore, dude. I am sick and tired of it. I will call it out every single fucking chance I get to do so, because that is my freedom of speech and my right to be able to do that thing. And I will not stand back and watch as a fucking group of piece of shit leftists try to destroy my state and turn a red state, or at least semi-red state, into a blue Democrat anti-gun hellhole. Not on my fucking watch, motherfuckers. Fuck around, find out, try to pass your bullshit in November, and I will shove a lawsuit so goddamn far up your fucking asses, you're going to be paying me billions of fucking dollars when the suit is settled, bitches. And those coffers will be funded completely, and the network will be nationwide. We'll be funding a Patriot Education network in every single fucking state after that then. And you will have gun rights be our main objective all across this country. And you will see us start suing politicians by name at that point. So yeah, fuck around and find out, assholes. To everybody else out there, have a good one, y'all. Stay safe, stay vigilant. Always be caring, because you never know these assholes are going to try this shit in your fucking state. Don't let them win. Go out, vote against it. Make sure that they never get their crap on the ballot to begin with, etc., etc. Have a good one all later. Peace out.